Sarge, why you want people to always keep riding their motorcycles long distance? You messing up their resale value. Putting too many miles on the bike. I know. But Sarge, that's too far to ride on a motorcycle. But Sarge, what if your back get tired? Well, Sarge, what if I get lost?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Iron Elite Podcast with my man Big Sarge, where we always keep it motorcycling. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know what it is.
Hey, man, it's Thursday, man. It's Thursday. Yeah, I know y'all be like, Sarge, I thought you were supposed to be on in the morning. Yes, I am, but I'm off today, man. I'm off today. Had to go ahead and get things together, but I'm going to be all right, man. We're doing the Iron Elite Podcast. Y'all know what it is. We're talking post-interview I-10 end-to-end. It's the couples edition, man. I had a string of couples come across the I-10 over the last 7 days, man. And theirs was a real social experiment because we wanted to see with our own eyes and ears to see if couples could ride across the country and back without scratching each other's face out, man. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Hey, but y'all so immature, man. We need to be serious about this stuff. So I'm going to bring them on today, man. Let everybody know that we're on the Iron Elite Podcast. Share it with a friend, man, because we get ready to go in. Let's go. Hey, that's right, man. We're the Iron Elite Podcast, I-10 end to end. It's the show, man. We're talking about interviews from post interviews with riders who made this great journey, man, who shared their ride with us. And today, man, we're going to be doing the couples edition, man. I don't know what's wrong with Soldier United, man. They getting all out of control. Hey, man, these guys that went out and they say, hey, man, sorry. Hey, we're finna double down on what we're doing, man. We're gonna start encouraging our couples, our soldiers, and the support that are married to make this ride together to show us how to get down really is, man. So today, I'm so excited. I'm gonna bring them on with us right now, man. It's a couple that just went through and did their thing. Buster and Sinnimin, man, from Soldiers United and Soldiers United Support. I'm bringing them on. Fam, how we feeling? How we doing today?
We're good. We're good.
All right, man. Y'all fresh off the slab. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Hey, that's what's happening, man. If you don't mind, let's take a couple minutes, man, for y'all to introduce yourself to the public, man. Who we got? What we working with?
Okay. I'm Buster. I'm Soldiers United MC Hampton Roads chapter in the Hampton Roads area, 7 cities. And
I'm Sinnimin. Most people just call me Sin. I'm the support, his wife, just
of 24 years.
Whoa. Let's whoa. We gotta get that in, man. We just slid that. Let's do this. Hey, man, most couples can't go to dinner for 24 minutes. I mean, last 24 years. So kudos to you guys. Y'all doing something right out there. I'm gonna tell you that right now, man. So that's what's happening. Hey, so let's say this real quick. Since I had an opportunity to spend some time with you guys at the Iron Elite, I know somebody won Ground Pounder of the Year. Was it Ground Pounder of the Year?
It was.
Let's speak on it. Let's take a couple seconds to speak on it if you don't mind.
I know. So it's something they have been doing for the sport every year. I decided to go ahead and I won of the year. I've only been riding, not even, so it's really exciting.
That's what's up. That is what's up. Hey, Sinnimin, we got you kind of coming in and out a little bit. We're like catching every other word of what's going on. So we're gonna tighten it up. It's no big deal. Hey, because Sarge was having some audio problems earlier today, man. I just tell you, man, the devil ain't gonna win today. We're gonna get this thing in. But they just came back. You guys actually came back. What day was it? Was it Monday, Sunday?
Tuesday.
Okay, so Tuesday. So
It-
I might have been right behind you guys.
Monday.
Okay. So you guys finished up in Jacksonville on Sunday, but you got back to Virginia on Monday. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's what's happening, man. They had a long ride. And what kind of motorcycles did we take off on? What
Yeah.
what we were rocking with?
Yeah, so I have 2019 Chieftain Dark Horse.
Okay.
And I have a 2016 Scout 6 engine.
What size tank you working with? What you got? Just say it.
30 miles, but the engine size is
Okay. I still think we're cutting out. We're gonna try. What I think I'm gonna try, instead of you being muted, we'll just turn your volume down low, but we'll take you off mute.
If not, I'm in the room.
What's that now?
I said, if not, I'm in the other room.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I'm gonna unmute Sinnimin now. So Sinnimin, if you could just turn your volume up just a little bit, we'll see if that'll kind of remedy what we got going on. But so they do this thing first. I'm gonna kind of tee this up and I'm gonna let you guys take it from there. You guys decide that not only you gonna go 10 to the end, y'all going 40 end to end.
Sure.
Am I correct?
Correct.
And y'all took the mighty 40 at the tail end of March. Hey man, the 40 ain't saying spring yet. So y'all went through a bunch of foolishness before y'all even started the social experiment. Am I correct?
Let me say it was a bad idea.
Hey, it ain't no bad ideas. It's just good learning lessons. Yeah, because y'all was getting snow in Flagstaff. Am I correct?
Dude. We from Oklahoma. We wind that we've never seen before. It was just blowing us all over the place. 18-wheelers going. We hit snow in Flagstaff, not no little snow. This was like 12 inches of snow. I'm from Oklahoma. I ain't never seen snow that high. And we in it in the mountains going down. Tears is coming down and helmets, everything. Yeah. 40 was a mistake.
Hey, 40 will teach you today. You don't know, man. 40 ain't nothing to play with, man. Especially in the spring because it's so unpredictable out there. It really is. But anyway, so you guys endure that because we got a chance to see a lot of that on the Iron Elite page. So y'all went through that. Y'all went through like soldiers and made that thing happen. So then you kick off your Santa Monica run. But before we even do that, how did you guys prepare from say the time that you registered for the ride to the time you attempted the ride? How much time did you guys get to prepare?
So really, started earlier than we registered. One of our guys, he's in the mother chapter in Hinesville. He put it out to. He kept pushing out to one of our pages that we put our rides on it. He's looking for some couples, and my wife, she looked. We, she knew we was about to. But from there we just kind of start talking about it, start putting it together, and as we start this, we realized that Biggie, that's what we're going. And he said, "Well, if you do it, we're going to sponsor you." Well, he's going to sponsor. And I don't know the cost totally of sponsorship, but I seen it a little bit. And thank you, Biggie.
That's what's up. I figure you were talking about E. But we still the chat is still saying that we haven't catching every other word on the audio.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I really don't think it's Sinnimin's phone doing it because she's on mute still. But I don't know. Are you on speaker or are you using a Bluetooth or something like that?
I'm on speaker.
You on speaker? Yeah, I'm just trying to. We'll kind of maneuver and play around with it a little bit. Okay, let's see if you can just give me a sound check real quick. 1 2 1 2 a word.
How's this? Is this
Perfect.
better?
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect. Okay.
We live in the country.
Okay. No problem, man. Hey man, the devil ain't gonna win. We finna get this thing done, man. No, don't even trip. We gonna get this thing worked out. So we do know Buster, not Buster, but E did kind of go around with soldiers, man. And he really, when he introduced this thing to me, he really was serious about it. He said, "Man, Sarge, we finna step the game up." So, man, I really appreciate you guys taking up the challenge to do this thing, man, because I know this ain't easy. This ain't easy at all. So, not only you prepping your bike, you prepping the wife's bike. The wife is also prepping with you because she do her own thing as well. Do you guys ride a lot together, or is this something that this is about as long as you guys have ever rode together? Am I correct?
No, no, not necessarily.
Okay.
We she started out as a backpack in Oklahoma with me,
Okay.
and would pretty much everywhere I went. If she wanted to see me on the weekend, she was going to be with me, and that's just kind of the way it was.
Okay.
But when we moved to Virginia, and she got around, like some of the ladies in our club down in South Carolina chapters,
Mm-hmm.
Mixer and some First Lady and a few of the other ladies, Queen Bee and all them, and start to see what they were doing. It started prodding on her, and so then she decided to get her own bike. We've
And
been training for about I guess 15 months, 16, something like that.
wow,
Yeah.
Uh, but we ride everywhere together. There, if you see her, you're going to see me. It's just it's everywhere.
man, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I can tell, man, you guys had your coordination together out there. I was peeking in on that road, man. I was watching. I was watching. You guys really had your coordination together. So because we were riding in spring and because you guys knew what you had in front of you, were there anything particular that you guys packed? Well, I mean, y'all rocking in heated gear, or y'all were going old school chaps and leather and that type of stuff?
Oh no, we was doing both.
Uh, okay,
No,
okay,
so she's heated from the boot all the way to the neck.
okay,
I got I had the top, but when we hit Stanford, was it, sweetheart?
We were in Albuquerque and we saw the Flagstaff snow coming.
Yeah, I had to stop by Cycle Gear and buy some more stuff. So Kodak had blessed me with a heated hoodie. It was Harley, but it was still a heated hoodie. That's all I had, or a
yeah,
heated shirt.
yeah,
It wasn't gonna get me to California, so I had to
no
pack that way
sir,
and buy some more stuff. Yeah.
definitely. Wait, did you buy from Cycle Gear? Did you buy what was it? Hot wire? Did you get
Uh-huh.
hot
Yes, sir.
wire? Okay, hot
Yes, sir.
wire. Hot wire's
Yep.
pretty good stuff. Yeah, pretty good
Yep.
stuff.
But I
Yeah.
but I also had leather pants on and chaps on top of my leather pants. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So were you pretty warm on the ride? Was everything pretty comfortable for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as the heated gear goes, you can
Right.
still really cold, but my hands were fine. What he taught me, I'm not prior service, but he is. And he always said I have to keep my hands and my feet protected. So my
Yeah.
hands.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. So okay, we know we got to have the right gear. We know we're rocking heated suits. We got leathers. We got chaps. We got the whole nine. Is there any other thing that you guys packed or were prepared to? Were prepared with? Was it maybe? I know, Cinnamon, you got a smaller tank. Did you guys carry extra gas on you? Yeah, you did. I saw it.
Yeah.
So what was the gas plan? How did y'all do that? How did that work
Sure.
out?
Sure. Yeah. So I have a bad memory, so let me answer kind of how I heard it. We packed some extra stuff in our bags. One thing I always bring with us is a blanket. My
Okay.
wife likes blankets, so if we're on the side of the road and we're on side for a while, I have a blanket. We also have a first aid kit that our chapter kind of sponsors, and we have several within the group. My wife's a RN, so our bike is considered like a bike that has all the medical supplies. And then with what was the last part of it? I'm sorry.
The
Like
gas.
additional things like
Oh,
gas cans and
the gas. My wife has about a 3.3 gallon tank. We usually stop about 125 miles. per tank. She just sets it every time on her bike because
Right.
a Scout doesn't have all the nice. It doesn't tell you how much gas you got.
Yeah.
But I strapped down a 2.7 gallon can, and we use that bad boy. We used it quite a bit, not out of necessity, but just out of just being
Convenience.
extra cautious and
Oh,
convenience.
okay.
Yeah. If the gas station said it was maybe like 25 miles out, and I know she has 30 miles, I'm just going to go ahead and give her some gas, just make sure her lights don't come on whatsoever. So.
So coming out the gate, coming out of Cali, what was the strategy for y'all the first day?
So the first day we was with Unidentified and Exquisite, who you interviewed earlier, and my wife and I, we kind of flexible. We like to think of ourselves as kind of hippies and shit. So we was open to what they was, but we all had agreed upon earlier. I like to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, or at least touch my bike at 7 o'clock in the morning. By 7:30, we was kind of on the road, 7:15 ish. And I like to be done by dark time. I have one eye, so the low visibility will mess me up at night and cause a lot of anxiety. So I get off the road around that time. Plus, I hear OGs like Kodak saying your last meal should be at a restaurant. So I try to adhere to that.
Hey, I'm finding more and more as even when I ride, man, I really don't care much for riding at night no more. I'll do it if I got to,
Sure.
but it's just too many things that can happen on that road, especially as it starts to warm up a little bit. Is that
Sure.
fair? That's a
Yeah,
lot.
absolutely.
And then you mix that in with construction and all that other stuff, man.
Or with an area
Yeah,
you don't know. I mean, if
for
I'm in my
sure.
area, I don't
Yeah,
mind leaving a clubhouse and going home. But
hmm
I know the turns. I know what's coming up. But
for
in the
sure.
areas where we're at, I've never been past where did I get my bike? Sturgis. I've never been
hmm
past there. So it was new to me. So yeah, I don't ride at night.
Okay, so when y'all first came out the gate, did y'all take it all the way? What your first leg was? What, Tucson? Did y'all go all the way to Tucson?
Yes, sir. Our first
Okay,
night was Tucson, Arizona.
okay. Any difficulties going through that stretch from L.A. to Tucson? Any traffic? Any road conditions? Anything that we should know about?
Sweetheart.
I just remember traffic. I don't think it's also so windy on our first day, so half of my concern was the wind anyway. But I don't remember too many potholes
hmm
being bad in that area.
Yeah.
I imagine that wind, and I noticed it. And every rider that was on the 10 that week, everybody kept saying the wind was so disrespectful. So how was it on that scout for you? I mean, because I was on a road glide, I was getting pushed
Right.
all over the place.
Let's just say my shoulders hurt. There were points that, the saying there's crying in baseball, there's crying in motorcycle helmets. He had to talk me down, give me a break. The wind actually on the way back bad for me because I gotten beat up on the fourth. The
Okay.
stronger up there. So on the way back, those 20 miles gushes, which would feel scary, were just annoying at that point.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a strategy. I had a way I was leaning into the wind. I
hmm
stayed center. I know we're big on information and where you ride, but all I could think is he just gonna have to pay the fine. Cause if I stayed too far to the right, I would have blown into traffic. If I
Right.
stayed far to the left, I would have blown off. So I
Okay.
just did what I
So maybe so okay, there's a section of that also. No, we hadn't made it that right. That's right. We had Tucson. So the first day, other than just some wind and crazy blowing your bike around, there wasn't any construction or anything you had to worry about. S-
I
Was
don't believe so. I think that time frame was uh, a pretty smooth day. I think we were excited that we weren't in bad weather anymore.
yeah.
We're excited that we're starting the challenge. And I don't recall that area being bad whatsoever until we hit El Paso area is where
So
it started getting rough.
so now Arizona, is also join the. That's the only thing California's sane about is splitting lanes. That's the only thing I give California.
Sure.
So you guys had 2 states to split lanes. How did you guys like that? And did you take advantage of splitting lanes?
So if you say split lanes, riding in the middle in
In the
front of
middle,
with a car on both
yes,
sides, we
correct.
don't do that.
You wasn't playing that game, huh?
No, we don't. We don't do that around here. We too far away from home to be
Right.
busted up by somebody getting an attitude and moving over just a little to scare us, and we done overcorrected. So no, we don't do that. The other lane though on the side, I forgot what y'all called it earlier,
The
but it's
trash
really
lane.
the trash
The
lane. I'm gonna
trash
learn that
lane.
one because that's
Yeah,
nice.
because all the
We
wood trash from the highway is on that lane.
Yeah, yeah, and we
Yeah.
hit a lot of that around the Louisiana area, but
Yeah.
we are prone to take that trash lane if the traffic is stopped. If it's moving, we'll stay where we're at, but we will take that trash
Okay, so cool. So
lane. Yeah.
we easy breezy. We make it
Mm-hmm.
from Santa Monica Pier into Tucson, which is a smooth ride. I think for the most part, from what I remember, also the roads are pretty clear. They're pretty nice. Navigating through Phoenix is not the hardest thing in the world. Am I correct?
No, no, it wasn't.
Okay,
It didn't seem
okay.
like it was.
But I ain't gonna lie. There was bikes on bikes on bikes coming through Phoenix. It was everybody who had a motorcycle in the world was going through Phoenix
It
during
seemed
that
like
time.
both. It seemed like when we was there because of what was going on
Right.
in Phoenix. Everybody was already at the hotels by the time we was passing by,
Okay.
or we may pass by some stragglers just getting off of work and getting there late. But
Okay.
we didn't see a lot of bikers on the road.
Okay. Cool. So day 2, what time did we take off, and what was the strategy on day 2?
Same time. Hey, just like Exquisite was saying in her interview,
Yeah.
7 o'clock by 7:30 we was definitely on the road.
Hey.
So that's just the way it is. We
Right. Right.
military minded, and those are the rules.
Okay. So now that we taking off through Tucson, we got to go through Texas Canyon. Texas Canyon is the mountain chain that splits Arizona from New Mexico. It doesn't really split it, but it's right up on the New Mexico Arizona border. Any issues coming? Because I know it can get real windy through that way. Do you guys remember that in particular before
Yeah,
going into Lordsburg?
it was windy when we first took off, but it did settle a little bit. But that's the day after our first gas stop. No, it might have been our second gas stop that my battery decided to give up the ghost while riding.
Ouch.
That's what that
Ouch.
more remember more. I remember the roads were really bad, and so at first we called my mechanic, and he that maybe I hit I had battery.
My mechanic.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
Our mechanic.
I didn't catch that. Okay. So you guys were able to diagnose that the battery's going down pretty fast. The battery's going. Oh,
Fast. It took a minute because what it kept doing was it kept sputtering, and we had just got gas maybe 2 miles back. So we thought it was gas, and it wasn't dying. It was the RPMs were just going down, up and down. So we kept trying to clean out the gas, but that's when he called the mechanic, and the mechanic basically walked us through it. And
mhm,
by the time it was said and dead, he thinks it's because of the weather changes that we went through
mhm.
just overdrained the battery.
School me on the Scout. Okay, there's no music on the Scout. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, and the gauges, does it have a battery voltage gauge on it, or
No, no battery light came on. No check engine. So the good thing about the Scout is it always throws me a code.
okay,
So whenever it throws me a code, I can always find out exactly what's going on the bike or in the wheelhouse. That threw no code because it didn't affect the engine.
right?
But it wasn't registered battery because it was still running and turning on. But
Hmm.
the day that we were stuck in the snow, when we look back at it now, we realize it was giving the signals the whole time. The day we were stuck up there in the snow, my bike wouldn't start right away. So I moved it towards the sun, and then get it up that way. Garage kept, maybe that's why it was, sitting out in these cold elements.
Hmm. That's
Apparently,
interesting because you said when you fired. Now when you were down in Tucson, when you guys fired up, it was no issues, no problems at all. Interesting. Hey man, that's why we do this stuff, because you learn something new every day. Every day doing it. Yeah, you never
Dude.
know it all. Just when you think you got it all, there's always something that, okay, something interesting to learn. Okay, so we probably spent quite a few hours fooling with the battery situation. Am I correct? That kind of slowed you guys down a bit, or were y'all able to get one pretty fast?
We were able to get one pretty fast, but it was you got you don't have to understand, but the unidentified and myself both have mechanical backgrounds, and we were dumbfounded. We were looking at it. We were calling back to Virginia. Matt, who is he's our mechanic. Mine, and she kind of stole him. However, but Matt, he kind of walked us through some different scenarios, and we added some fuel cleaner or some fuel injector cleaner and stuff. Tried everything.
Right.
Then he sent me to unidentified, found in Napa. It was maybe about 1.2 miles away. I jumped on my bike. We took the battery out, threw it in my bike. I ran up there, got a multimeter to come back with it. Kodak's checking on us, Coco's checking on us, and we threw it in there. We put a multimeter to it to see what it was reading. It was reading properly. We got back on the road maybe about 2 hours later. But it was a great place to break down. I think Unidentified said that as well, because we were at a Love's. We had food, we had shelter, had a place to sit, had clean restrooms. Got back on the road, went about 50 more miles, got back off, got some more gas. Just threw the multimeter back to it to see if it was still reading good, because it made no sense for our battery just to go dead while riding all day, and had an issue. So we were confused. Got it back working and finished out. Yeah.
So okay. I think that day, as you were talking, I remember, was that on Thursday morning when all that was going on?
It would have been on. It would have been on a Tuesday, right? Yeah. Because we left on Monday. No, we got there on Monday. Tuesday. It would have been on Wednesday.
Because I'm trying to figure out where was I, because everybody was going bonkers. We were looking, you know Kodak.
Yeah.
Kodak was going bonkers. It's about 2 or 3, 4 people called me. It was checking in on you guys. I think Reef was checking in on you guys as well. And, as I was looking, I was watching you guys on 360, and I would see Sinnimin one place, and I see you heading a different. I'm like, oh, because I think that might have been the day I called you.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
We were thinking that somebody ran out of gas. The normal thing that happened. But man, I'm glad that was able to be taken care of pretty fast, and you guys were able to keep it pushing on. So now at this point, where we at? Are we in New Mexico then when this is going on, or we're close to El Paso?
We were El Paso area.
We had
right
Mexico.
You said right before New Mexico?
No, we just crossed over into it.
So around probably
Arizona, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay,
Arizona,
so probably
New Mexico.
between Lordsburg and Los Cruces, I would imagine, or Demi.
Lordsburg. I saw a sign for Lordsburg.
Yeah, Lordsburg.
Yeah,
probably between Lordsburg and Los Cruces. So you guys were able to get out and push. How much farther did y'all push after that?
To El Paso.
To El Paso.
Yeah.
And then y'all shut it down. Y'all shut it down that night. Anything that we need to know about New Mexico? If Sarge was coming through New Mexico tomorrow, what are some things I need to know? Maybe gas, maybe wind, maybe rural, anything like that.
There's nothing out there.
When you say nothing, you mean nothing.
I mean nothing.
Now that ain't true. There's some train tracks out there. It's the Great Divide out there. Maybe a couple hog farms, but it ain't much else out there. Yeah.
Nah, I would agree with Sin. There wasn't much out there. I think we saw some homeless people walking in the middle of the highway, which made no sense to us. But I guess like Exquisite had mentioned earlier, the gas stations aren't all really gas stations, or had been at one time and are no longer. Right. So you have to. My dad always taught me, if you can't see it from the highway, don't go to it. He was mainly talking about racism, but it goes same way.
Okay. So we get down, we get to El Paso. So then we shut it down because I'm thinking now the next leg is when it's going to become real interesting. The next leg of this ride is what I affectionately refer to as the gauntlet. Once you get, the gauntlet is the gauntlet. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna set this up and let you guys take it. The gauntlet is if you ain't grown, you don't need to be between east of El Paso, going your way east of El Paso, all the way into, I want to say, Bernie. That's grown folks' land. If you don't have your stuff together and you don't know what the heck you're doing, you can really get hurt or messed up back there. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
I would agree.
What are some of the issues or what are some of the things that you guys noticed going from El Paso into, say, San Antonio? What were some things that were very, very clear to you?
You know
Well,
what?
go ahead, Swoop.
That's an area I don't think you want to break down in. So definitely have the gas on you. Make sure you're service because I mean it's drifters everywhere.
I agree. As you definitely the first thing that comes up in my mind is gas stations. And I'm gonna say this, y'all, for everybody that's listening on this live today, gas stations, even on your GPS, if you use infotainment, if you might have got one of the higher end Indians or Harleys, they'll tell you a gas station is there. But what you don't know is gas stations are closing and shutting down all the time in Western Texas. That becomes an issue.
Sure.
The next thing is that there's not a bunch of big towns in that area. Is that fair? There's a lot of rocks now. There's a lot of rocks.
That is.
Yeah. How did you guys? So you guys were still daylight back there. How was the temperatures back there? Was there a lot of construction and stuff like that going on, or were you able to kind of to ride free?
I think when we were in the El Paso area, there was a lot of traffic when we first hit it, coming from the east or from the west to the east. There was a lot of traffic when we first hit El Paso, and then coming out of it was just fine. The weather was a lot warmer than what we're used to at this given time. I think we started shedding gear. We stopped putting on certain gear. We stopped plugging in quite a bit. Then when we got back into the El Paso area, we saw a lot of construction. Traffic was high paced again, but things were moving along. But yeah.
Good stuff. So, hey, if everybody out there on Facebook right now, we're gonna kill the Facebook stream in about 2 minutes. So I'm gonna ask you, if you're on Facebook, to go ahead and roll over to YouTube to Sarge Life and Motorcycling. I have the YouTube channel at the bottom of the ticker. So feel free to go ahead and leave Facebook. We're gonna go ahead and shut it down in 2 minutes, kill the stream, and we're gonna finish up on YouTube. So anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. So obviously we know gas. Obviously we know there's there's a lot of distance between towns. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And also it's the desert.
Yeah.
It's the desert. So just like Buster was saying, it gets a little warmer. Now, if you think it's warm in April, you ain't seen nothing until you get to May, June, July, and August, man. It will bake you back there.
Sure.
It will bake you, especially if you're not prepared with, and I don't care what people, when I was growing up, people used to say, man, black people don't need something. Boy, if you don't stop, black folks need sunscreen when you're playing around in the desert.
Listen, and even at this time frame, we had to use a lot of different devices to help us stay hydrated, not just Gatorade, but my wife kept adding stuff to our waters, making sure I drank it because, like I said, we weren't used to the temperatures. So immediately, I think I got heat cramps going out there. We were a little heat exhausted coming back. It was rough. You're not used to all those different elements.
Oh, definitely. Like I say, what I typically do on the bike is I'll try to carry at a minimum at least 3 bottles of water, and I don't I never touch them because that's just in case I break down, run out of gas or something. Because if you ain't careful back there, if you break down or say have a flat tire or whatever, And because it can get hot really quick there in the desert, it can go from being a recovery to a life saving. And I know I'm talking to a nurse right now, so I know she's gonna bless what I'm saying. You got to be ready,
Yeah.
because if not, a breakdown can be catastrophic. It really can be catastrophic to you. Is that fair?
Yeah, very fair. That heat that, getting dehydrated, it really can slow your process down. I got dehydrated myself, and it takes a long time to recover from that. You can't just drink a bottle of water and think you're going to be fixed again. You lose electrolytes, and now you've got this whole system that's thrown out. You got to get it back.
That's so true. That's so true. And I don't care how much of a veteran motorcycle rider you are, you can get caught slipping. You can get caught. I've been caught slipping before. You can get caught slipping, definitely. So okay. So we push on through El Paso. Where do we end up at that point?
I don't know how to properly say it. Sequan, Texas.
Sequin.
Right.
Is it
Yeah.
Sequin? Sequin?
I think it's Sequin.
Sequin. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They got a Taco Cabana right on the exit.
Was the taco slamming? Was they slamming?
Yeah, they was.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
the next day, unfortunately. But
Hey man, they right up there with gas station chicken. No, gas
Yeah.
station chicken take you out quick. Hey, shout out to Kodak and Coco. I saw y'all
Yeah.
with the gas station chicken player.
yeah, they be on it.
Yeah, that's what's up. So we get to Sequin. We go in to hang out because Sequin is a small town. There ain't much there.
Sure.
Ain't much there at
No.
all.
No.
So at this point, y'all are more like y'all just enjoying your ride. You're taking in the sceneries. At this point, am I correct?
Nah, not necessarily sceneries. We were just really trying to live.
Oh, okay.
we by then we was tired. We was frustrated.
Right.
We was ready to be fucking done for real, man. We were just done.
We
So
did-
no,
Yeah.
Yes,
we just decided to do it. It was getting hot, and it's like Texas hot
Yeah.
for us Virginians. No, it was
Yeah.
not working. So we did
Yeah.
all we could do, and we would call it quits if we was done for the day.
Hey, Texas heat is a different type of heat, player.
Dude,
It's a different type of
dude.
heat.
I've been there. I rode my bike to El Paso like in June, July. So I thought I could handle a beginning by April. Nope.
Hey, that's all right. So again, we still on 77, and we still on 77.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cause we military
Yeah.
minded. So now we get up the next day. Cause I'm thinking by this point, what day are we on at this point? Are we on Sunday yet? Are we?
No.
No, we're not Sunday yet. This is probably Saturday.
It's
Tuesday.
Thursday.
Yes.
It's Thursday because
Yeah, we be going into Friday. Lafayette.
Okay, go. Okay.
We ended Lafayette on Friday.
So y'all went from Sequin to Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was nice. So that was a nice little stretch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Y'all was getting tired. Now y'all was getting bored.
Yeah.
Y'all wanted to just get the hell away.
Yeah, we was getting frustrated. I might
Yeah.
increase my speed about 2 miles per hour.
Yeah. Hey, I noticed when I talked to your phone, your voice wasn't as calm and cool and collective no more. It was like kind of yeah. We
Dude.
pushing on such.
Dude, I didn't have no weed. I didn't have shit. I was just I was trying to live. Trying to look tough for my wife.
Hey, you about to call 911?
Yeah. If she would have said turn
911,
left and go home, we would have went.
Hey, that's all right. So now we're in Louisiana, and again, what
Yeah.
part of Louisiana we in now?
Lafayette.
Lafayette. Okay, so we're now
Yeah.
in Lafayette. We buckle down. So you guys are not dealing with any bad weather on the ride as well, are you?
No.
Everything.
No, just traffic.
I'm starting to think the Lord paid y'all back for beating y'all up.
Listen,
The first going through 40, he let y'all breathe coming back across the 10. Am I correct?
I'm thankful that he decided we earned it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
whew,
Yeah. He ain't gonna
I'll
give you
never
more
do
than
it
you can
again.
handle. Yeah, he ain't gonna give you more than you can handle.
Nah, it can't always be peaches and cream, but you know,
for sure.
whew,
Yeah, for sure.
it hurt.
Y'all earned that because I can't remember when we talked that y'all were having any type of difficulties other than just some slight stuff with the battery and that type of stuff. But it wasn't nothing that was that was draining from you guys. So we take off. We hit the next morning. We 77. So we take the morning. We go from Lafayette And you guys, y'all held up at the Panhandle. Y'all didn't take it all the way to Jacksonville
Yeah,
from
we just
Lafayette.
tired.
Yeah.
We're just tired.
Man, y'all had a long ride, man. Y'all
Yeah,
been
I
at it
think
for a
that day
while at
we
this
did
point.
4 hours that day. Called it
Yeah.
quits.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta do that, man. Sometimes
Yeah,
the body knows. The
yeah,
body
yeah.
knows, you know. So from Lafayette, did y'all pull up in Mississippi or any
Nah,
other?
from Lafayette, we stopped for the night in Pensacola, Florida.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So Pensacola, not a bad. Were you in Gulfport?
I don't know. Exit 13.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in Gulfport. Then I don't think
that-
that's
we
Gulfport.
made it to actual Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, so
exit
you made
13 is.
across. That's right. You made across the Mississippi border.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
think we're at the
that
point
is
where I
Pensacola.
said, let's just make it across the border and we'll call it quits. And
So
that's
that
what we
probably
did.
so that probably is Pensacola.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, the bell said ain't nothing wrong with a short ride day. I know that's right. You short ride today, rest long the night, so you can ride long the next day. I know that's right.
Facts. We was
So
in
we
bed by 9.
yeah, y'all my kind of people. so coming across the Panhandle, and of course y'all came during the daytime. Was it wide open? Was it really nice for you coming across the Panhandle?
For us, it was. Now the traffic that was going back west, they were in a big traffic jam. So we had a good day. The people going the opposite way, they were stuck in traffic for a long time in that Florida area. But no, for us, it was just really enjoyable. We got to see bridges we've never seen before. It was a good ride for us.
So you guys, yeah, did y'all have to deal with any? Well, that's probably because it was going. I want to say it was going westbound with all the total eclipse folks that was heading to Texas.
So we
Y'all
got
have
to see a lot of those people. They were mainly trailing their bikes and just getting off and riding there for there. So we
okay,
didn't get to see a lot of bikers, but the ones we saw, they were there for that.
okay, cool. So we did y'all hold up one more time, or did y'all kick it all in out of Jacksonville from Pensacola
Now that was it. Jacksonville to
to
Pensacola,
Jacksonville? So
right, Sin?
Yeah, Pensacola to Jacksonville, and then we headed towards the house and stopped in South Carolina.
Yeah. We stopped in South Carolina for the night.
so was this the first time that you guys had rode across the country and back?
Yeah, our first like coast to coast. Yeah, I think Mississippi
Okay,
for me.
very cool.
And for me, the furthest from Virginia would have been either El Paso or Sturgis. But
That's a good
yeah,
run. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good run. So for couples, if you guys don't mind, what are some? And I'm not gonna say secrets. That's goofy. I'm gonna say, what would be some tips that you guys would give for husband and wife couples that want to take up this social experiment, this challenge? What would be some keys that you guys would want to give them to help with success or mitigate headaches? I know I got you on that one.
You want to go or me?
Yeah, I can go. That's fine. So for I guess what I would say when I ride with my um sometimes in the MC world I catch a lot of flack because I always ride with my husband. I ride a lot by myself, but there's a reason for that. I feel like riding with him, I experience things from a viewpoint that I would have never understood from his viewpoint, right? And so in that dynamic, even though I'm not someone who's like likes to be bossed around, and my husband can be very bossy on the road. I don't like to be bossed around, but I like to be bossed around then because I know that he is the only person in the world who has my best interests at hand. He's gonna watch that traffic not only for himself, but now he's watching it for me. Anything that he sees that I'm doing from his years of experience, he'll be able to tell me, hey, I noticed you're playing this way or you seem tired. You need to let me know when you need a break. Just little things like that. But then
Awesome.
also saying, did you see that? Like the snow was the hardest day. When that snow started falling, we were in the mountains of Arizona. We had like diverted our traffic pattern because we thought we were gonna avoid the snow. We even took a day to be snowed in and all romantic, like just the way in the snow. But so when we were in the snow, we pulled over at a gas station. The only choice was to either get stuck again, go backwards, add another couple hours on, or to go through the snow. And I remember I was just sitting there and I was crying. I was scared. Like I know I ride far, I ride hard, but at the same time I have to understand that there are things I have not experienced. So I don't want to just be acting like, it's no big deal, it's snowing. But because he has and he tells me the truth about it, and he knows what I'm capable of, and having my best cheerleader with me on my hardest moments, I suggest that. So if you're a couple that want to ride together, I suggest you allow each other. You should be able to be open and honest. You should be able to be corrected and encouraged by your spouse. And if you
How
can't,
about
probably not.
let me do this. Let me do this. Love it, man. I'm starting. My couple editions are starting to become the rides I like the most, man. Just to hear you guys speak like that and be so passionate about it and really believe and trust each other. Y'all get ready to go on my Mount Rushmore too. I put unidentified and exquisite on there and the bells on there. Y'all finna go into my Mount Rushmore too of couples who ride. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear you say that. I'm sorry to interrupt. I was starting to have a moment. What else you got? You got anything else on that?
And then also, you don't have to look for who you're gonna hang out with at that end of the ride at night.
But that
Right?
helps. You don't have to worry about who you got to share a room with, huh?
Nope, not at all.
That's what's up. What you got on that, Buster? Anything? Any tips for us?
Sure. Yeah. For me, before my wife and I left Virginia, I told her I was gonna have sex with her in every state that we drive through.
Okay.
Bros. Don't be expecting sex every time y'all stop for the night. It ain't happening. You're gonna be tired. She gonna be tired. You gonna be tired. I'm not even 45 yet.
And you won't be apologizing tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I did that. A couple of times. I ain't 45 yet, but yeah, listen, I was too tired. But really, I wouldn't do this ride with anyone else. You think about all the different adventures we went through, the snow, just we saw signs that was like horse crossing signs. I didn't know that people had free range horses, but it was something to experience with my wife that many a times it was only me telling her about my events and the things I've seen. So it was great seeing that. It was great seeing her triumph over so many obstacles and just ride that little bitty ass Scout from Virginia to California to Jacksonville, Florida, back to Virginia. Listen, if you want to build your relationship with your spouse, you go out there and you experience the suck together. I sat there and watched her twist that throttle for over 30 plus hours, just one direction and then back the other way. And it sucked. But goddamn, she is a great hero. She did it so greatly, so fantastically. No cruise control, no real windshield, no place to really rest her legs. I mean, it was like old school biker riding with none of those nice luxuries we have. I was running off of 2 maps on my bike, one for gas, one for direction.
Wow.
Man, she's only just trying to listen to music in her helmet. You know what I mean? It's like, man. Dude, we think about bikers and we think about women not being bikers, being great bikers, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. I
was thoroughly impressed by my wife, Sinnimin, and all that she accomplished this weekend on that little ass motherfucking bike. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I never have. I never would. People riding these big, nice road glides and Indians, and they ain't going that far. You know what I mean?
Nah, some of them ain't leaving the neighborhood. No offense, Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, did I say that? No offense, Jacksonville, Florida. Some of them ain't going off 295.
Dude, I hear you, but we started out as her being my backpack. Then it went from her being my backpack, me only protecting her, to now she's on her own, also protecting me. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's the
I get
best
that.
thing I've ever done. I love riding with my bros. Some of them ride way too fast, but
Mhm.
I motherfucking love riding with my wife Sin. She's the best. You get a chance to come out here to Hampton Roads area, come ride with
Yeah,
us. We'll be at Hartsfield this weekend. Come ride with us.
that's what's up,
Yeah,
man.
I enjoyed it.
Man, this has been awesome, man. Let me do this. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, and this is no cap. I'm not holding you. Today has probably been one of my best days for post interviews, and I mean this. My wife have watched me do these interviews, man, for several months now. Between you two couples, and I got more couples to come in. I can't wait. These are starting to become some of my favorite segments because I'm seeing that there's another branch to this whole social experiment. Is
Sure.
now is testing couples to see how do you deal with conflict? How do you deal with extreme fatigue on the road? Because let's be honest, if we're sitting at dinner, we all can be polite and happy and all this stuff. But we out there on the road, as you were saying, your wife was twisting that throttle for several hours. She got nowhere to rest her legs anymore. She went through every position you can put on that foot peg. And
Yeah,
she
which
still
is like two.
yeah, which is a whole two on a Monday, and she's
Yeah,
still able to take instructions because she believes in you that you have
sure,
y'all's best interest in mind. And man,
sure.
for that, she gets my mad salute. Cinnamon, you did that thing. I watched you at the Iron Elite when they introduced you as were you the rookie ground pounder of the year? Was that what it was called?
Support.
Supporter of the year. Well, you did your thing, and I watched those soldiers clap for you and honor you. And I knew at that point you were something special, and you were doing something special. And shout out to you, Buster, for holding your wife up high and telling us, man, who she really is to the world, man. And I know you guys are going to be together for another 24 and 24 and 24. But thank you guys for spending some time with us today and sharing your ride with us, man. We're going to be better riders because of people like you guys. And I really
Yes.
mean that sincerely. Any last words for us before we let y'all go?
If I could please, thank you, Big Easy, for your support, your sponsorship, all your financial support, not just from you, but from so many on our what do you call that thing where they send the money? You know what I'm talking about.
Cash App.
On
Eh,
okay,
Cash
Cash
App.
App. Yeah.
Listen, GQ for calling me, TA for calling me, Debo called me nonstop from Saudi Arabia, and almost every day telling us get back on the road. What are you doing sitting so long? Hey, I know I'm in Saudi Arabia and our time schedule is like 8 to 10 hours off, but I'm watching you. Man, that stuff makes a difference to me, man. LT just checking on me. I appreciate all of you. I love you. I thank you. Soldiers United MC from our national president, Peanut, on down to the prospects. I love you all, and I thank you all for your prayers, your financial support, just for your encouragement, for y'all saying that we can do it, for pushing us from the beginning to end. We thank you and we love you. No doubt about that.
Man, that's awesome stuff. Thank you, Buster. Thank you, Cinnamon, man. God be with you guys. Rest up, man. Get yourself back together. Go do some family stuff, man. Get off the
I'm about,
motorcycle for a couple
yeah,
minutes.
yeah, that ain't happening. We riding tomorrow.
Oh, really? Where y'all
We're
going
going to
tomorrow?
Not with
Soldiers United Hartsfield chapter is having a bonfire to show support to our support for supporting us tomorrow, Friday in Hartsfield, and Saturday. We got flyers all over our stuff. Hit me up. We'll get you at Buster Soldiers United. We'll get you.
That part. Y'all heard it. Thank you, fam. Thank you. And we'll be in touch with you guys. And in the meantime and in between time, y'all keep it motorcycling because a couple who rides together, they stay together, goddammit. All right.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Much love. All
Much
right.
love.
Hey, let me say this, man. And I'm, again, one of my favorite shows, man. I'm watching how these couples are doing their thing, man, how they're sharing with us, how they're showing us a different perspective of this motorcycling. You know, I hear people tell me all the time, Sarge, where's the future of motorcycling? You see it. It's motorcycling. And it's motorcycling together. It's motorcycling in love. It's motorcycling in pain. It's motorcycling in joy. Man, it never gets old. And thank everybody who's cared to take up the challenge, man, of the social experiment, the each one teach one. Man, this thing is real, man. This is no joke. This is real, man. And it's made up by real people who are fueling this thing, man, like no other. Thank you to Buster. Thank you to Sinnimin. Thank you to Identify. Thank you to Exhibit, man, or Exquisite for sharing their ride, man. And I look forward to more couples to come to share their interviews of what they went through with us, man. And thank you guys for supporting the platform the way you're doing. Man, I get tired, and I got no reason to get tired because I see people who support this thing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I appreciate you guys. I got one more show coming for the day at 8 o'clock p.m. We're going to have Kings of the South, the Richmond chapter, along with one Queen of the South, Queen Rippy. And we're going to talk about their ride as a MC club, as a pack, going across coast to coast. And then soon coming up, I believe Saturday, I'll be interviewing the Kings of the South, Jacksonville, North Carolina chapter, man. So we're going to keep these things going, man, because we got a lot of riders that are coming in successfully coming back to their home, man, who've taken the challenge of this ride. Man, share this platform with everybody. We want the platform to grow. Man, we got to get the subs up. We got to get it up. So YouTube will keep pushing this across the airways. It's great that the content that we have, it's great that the people that we have enjoy it and really want it and they fuel it, but let's pass it on. Let's make it grow. We can't keep it to ourselves. We have to divide it. We can't hide it. And for all my folks out there who've done PIF for riders, God bless you. We don't take your money as a joke. When you bless another rider with a registration, man, that's a big deal. Because you're saying that you have enough love for the program and the platform that you want other people to be able to experience what you've experienced. So that's important to us. And for folks who accept the PIF, you take it serious. You take it serious. I ask that you post, you share your experiences, you give it back just like it was given to you. And in turn, somebody else is going to give it back like it was given to them. So let's take the whole program serious. Let's keep pushing forward. And as my man Masul would say, and keep pressing forward, man. Each one teach one, the social experiment. I-10 to the end. Can't stop, won't stop, as my man Come With It would say. I look forward to seeing you guys again here at 8 p.m. on our Elite page here in less than an hour. Well, an hour and a little over an hour, 8:30, I'm sorry. It'll be at 8:30 we'll have Kings on to talk about their epic ride, man. So in the meantime and in between time, y'all keep it motorcycling, you dig? I know. Sarge, is motorcycling the only thing you talk about? Is motorcycling the only thing you care about? Nope. I care about the Jacksonville Jaguars too. I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
This is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, and your 2024 Titan. You are now listening to Sarge on the Iron Elite podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're not listening to the Iron Elite podcast, what are you really doing? Because we are talking motorcycles over here. You dig?